Hi! Welcome back to my channel. I guess I'm doing pretty well with this one video a week thing. Let's not jinx it. I'm filming outside today, which is very new to me, so excuse me if there is any wind or plane or car sounds. So today's video is something new. It's my take on a monthly favorites video. It's called Thrive, which is an acronym, and I'll explain that in a second. And basically, for me, it's to give myself a snapshot of where I was in this time in my life, like what I was doing, what I was thinking about, etc. And for you, it's to give you recommendations. So you have things to read, I'll give you things to listen to, things to watch, and just other general ideas. So it stands for terminating, hearing, reading, interested in, viewing, and excited about. I did it. It only took me like 7 tries, but I got through. Anyway, let's get started. So first of all, terminating. I didn't really want to use this word because it sounds so aggressive, like terminating, but it had to fit with the acronym, so here I am. So right now I'm like terminating complaining from my life. I watched this YouTube video a few weeks ago of someone talking about a 21 no complaints challenge, and I decided to embark on that quest. Basically, you're supposed to not complain. Obviously, you start at day 1 and then you don't complain, and then say you get to like day 3 or something. If you complain, you're back at day 1, you know. And I think the point of this type of format is so that by the time you're at day 21, you're no longer even like, it's just natural to not complain. So I'm still on day 1, and I've been on day 1 for a few weeks now. It's actually really difficult, and not because it's hard to not complain. It's more about being aware of when you complain, and I just find it really hard to notice myself when I'm doing it. And I think that's like the main issue with it. Once I start to notice myself more, it'll be really easy, but for now I've been feeling really hard because you just don't notice it. It's just automatic. I'll let you know where I am with this in a video. Like once I finish the whole challenge, I'll make a video about how it was and what my experience was. But for now, I'm still stuck on day 1, so it might be a while. So I haven't been actually listening to very much recently. No new music, nothing like that, but podcasts kind of. I've never really talked about podcasts on my channel before, so I'll give you a brief list of what I might be listening to recently. The Joe Rogan podcast, the Good Life Project, Waking Up with Sam Harris, On Being with Krista Tippett, I think. I'm not sure. I'll link them all below in case I mess up. I just don't want to bring the list up. There's also Beautiful Anonymous, and I feel like there's one more. The one I probably listen to the most is the Joe Rogan podcast, and for those of you who don't know what that is, Joe Rogan is a comedian, announcer. He does a lot of stuff. He was also the host of Fear Factor. I don't know, you can Wikipedia him, but he hosts this podcast where he invites different people in and just has a conversation with them. And what I really enjoy is that you get so much variety, because he'll invite like actors or comedians for a really lighthearted, not so serious podcast, but then he'll also invite people that specialize in neuroscience or nutritional science and stuff like that. So you learn a lot from those ones, but you can also like watch the other ones to just have a good laugh. I don't know, I love that. Whenever I'm really bored and don't know what to do, I just turn one on and listen. Reading, I've been doing a lot of reading. Right now, at this very moment, I'm reading The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. It was recommended to me by my friend Andrea, so thank you, Andrea. I really like it. And I realized that I'm really into fiction that is narrated by a female main character. I guess it's just because I relate to it or something, but I really want to read a lot of books with this kind of a format because I find them extremely enjoyable. I just also finished 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson, which was pretty good. And then I've just been reading a lot of nonfiction, books about how we think or books about how we act relating to our brains and our behavior. But now I think I'm flowing into a fiction phase. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know because I love books. And by the way, if you want to find out exactly what I'm reading at any given time, you can follow my Goodreads account. I will link it as well. So this is purposely a very broad scope. For this video, I guess I'm going to talk about the fact that I'm interested in painting, and I haven't had time to do it in a really long time because I just started full-time work and I'm still trying to figure out my schedule with all of that. But I'm really interested in painting because I got inspired by Violet and Anna, and I'm moving into a new place in September, so I want a bunch of paintings for an art wall like they have, but I need to work on them. So yeah, I'm really into that, and I'll probably post painting videos. I'm thinking of just like really chill painting time lapses because I love watching other people do that and I want to make my own, so that'd be fun. So honestly, I haven't been watching anything really, not even, maybe a YouTube video, sorry, a bug, maybe a YouTube video here and there, but I'm in this phase where I feel like every time I put on something to watch, I'm super disinterested because I feel like I'm wasting time, so I end up just, like, I get really bored with it. I've been reading a lot more instead of watching things, so nothing for this section. I'm so excited about this weather right now. We had a really long winter in Canada this year, and it was gray and cold for the longest time ever, and it has finally recently been getting colorful, like everything, there's flowers out, the trees are green again, and oh, it's such an indescribable feeling. It just feels like everything's alive and you feel so grateful, and it just makes me so excited. And I still have like a bit more than 3 months of this, so yeah, that's what I'm most excited about right now. Yeah, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you found something useful in it, and I also really hope that you like this background and me sitting outside. There might be some like noises and sounds that I might be struggling through in the editing process, but it's so much nicer than any place I could film inside, so I might be doing this more often. So yeah, anyway, bye! See you next week!